Hey y'all, it's your girl T. I'm back with another live, y'all. Come on and cut out this pattern with me. That's what we're doing today. We're gonna cut out a pattern. So if you're new here, thank you for stopping by the channel. Please leave me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment. I do answer every single one. For the returning members and subscribers, welcome back, family. Welcome back, y'all. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Control center video. I don't know if that's gonna work. Hey y'all, welcome in. So we're gonna get started here. Out a pattern. The pattern that we're cutting out today is going to be the Julie Jet Setter by Linds Handmade. So let me get y'all set up and then we will get going. Y'all doing all right today? Oh, no. What am I doing? Hold on, y'all. Let me get my life together. Let me get my life together and get this charger plugged up. Okay, Miss Karen. Hey, girl. How you doing? Let's see. Is this the right one? Okay. All right, y'all. I'm trying to get my life together here. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. So let me get this set up, and then I will... StreamYard is StreamYard tripping today. It won't let me go in vertical. Hold on, y'all. Oh, first of all, it might help if I turn the camera. Oops. Okay, there we go. Now I got my life together. Somewhat. Okay. All right, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm probably not gonna be able to see the comments very much, but okay. I think y'all got a good view. I'm just trying to make sure. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I am going to cut these pattern pieces by using acrylic templates, okay? Because, honey, y'all already know I can't cut straight to save my life. So what I'm first of all doing is I went and I found all of my scraps, okay? Y'all look at these scissors right here. These are some laser scissors and they're supposed to help you cut straight, but I don't know. I ain't never used them until now. So we're going to see, but we're not going to be using these scissors the entire time. So I will, ooh, yeah, they do work now. I will leave these in the description box below. Okay, cool, cool. They work. All right, so let's turn these off. And the first little pattern piece I have is right here. And this is going to be for my D-ring. And like I said, I'm cutting these from acrylic pieces. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my... Oh, I'm still going to have to use my scissors, I think. Because, yeah, I got to cut it out. So I'm just going to trace it on here. And I'm using a... Now, why did I move that? Why y'all let me move that? Let me see if I can line it back up. So now I'm using a, what you call these things? A little chalk pencil. So yeah, that's okay. I don't know, y'all. We're gonna pray our way through this, okay? We're gonna pray our way through this. Now, we don't need to use any we won't be using any, what do you call it, stabilizer, because I'm using vinyl and waterproof canvas. Okay, vinyl and waterproof canvas. But if you use any other products, she does leave you suggestions on what to interface and what not to interface. Now, y'all, if I can't cut this straight with some laser beam scissors, wait, I think these might be those might be hindering me instead of helping me. So we're just gonna use these right here. Okay. And anytime you cutting out a pattern, you want to make sure that you're doing any prep work. So like I'm cutting this out for tomorrow. This is the fabric that we're actually using. Y'all have seen this fabric before when I made that purse. So we're using that. So we have our D-ring piece cut. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold these. Ooh, see? That's why you gotta do your prep work and then double check yourself. So I'm just gonna hold my D-ring tab up like so, and I can tell everywhere I have the blue is where I need to cut off. Okay. So we're just gonna cut that off and even everything up. Now I won't be giving like any measurements or anything like that. This is a paid pattern, so you will need to, of course, purchase the pattern if you decide that you want to make this. Okay. All right, so let's move this over and off to the side. So we have our D-ring. The next piece that we're going to do is our right accent piece. And I love these little clear acrylic templates. I really, really, really do. All right, so where is Jesus? Okay, here we go. So like I said, y'all, we're not doing too much on here today. I just got on here just to chat with y'all while I cut this in hopes that y'all would hang out with your girl. And yeah. All right. So let's see if I can find a piece long enough to cut this piece out. I'm just gonna kind of cut off of this little shindig right here, y'all. All right. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank y'all for coming through and hanging out. If you're watching the replay, well, currently we're still live right now, but if you happen to come through and watch the replay, please leave me a comment. Let me know you was here. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please. Uh-oh, look at that. Now, y'all know what? Now, why does this thing want to act like that? I broke the chalk marker pencil type thing here. And I'm trying my best, y'all. I probably should use something to hold this down. Because I know I ain't got no steady hand. So I don't even know. What I really should be doing is putting these on the machines and letting the machines cut this out. That's what I should be doing. But we're gonna get it by hand. I'm gonna do it by hand because that's the only real way to get good at cutting fabric. And then once I get good at cutting fabric, then maybe I will resort to using the Cricut, the Silhouette, or any of that. But for right now, we gotta hone in on our little skills, okay? Now it goes back to, I wish I had paid attention in art class, but I just didn't like art. And then all of a sudden, I come out with this with this ability to craft. Go figure, right? All right. And you, just like with your regular pattern pieces, you'll want to keep these, or at least keep these together. I didn't cut out the paper pieces, but I have them. So I may end up cutting those out as well, just to have them with my pieces, because I don't want the acrylic to get, and then you're just going to double check yourself. Okay. So it looks like I got a little bit extra, and I'm okay with the extra because you'll be evening up and things of that nature as you go along. So for right now, I'm just going to keep these acrylic pieces with the pattern pieces, so I'll know which is which. Now this is the left accent, and all we're doing, y'all, is really just cutting out our pieces. When you have a pattern with a lot of pieces, it is imperative that you go ahead and you do all of your, or at least as much of your prep work as you can before going live. So when I go live tomorrow, all I want to do is have, to sew this up, because honey, time is valuable. Okay, time is valuable, and I appreciate y'all hanging out. So I try not to waste anybody's time. Y'all, let me tell y'all, I got those gray diamond stones in, and if you ordered the gray diamond stones, first of all, they took so long to get here. Okay. Bags were busted up, so I'm not gonna say I don't have a way to measure them. I just don't have time to measure them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue you guys a refund on that particular stone, because the rest of them you've already gotten. The gray diamond was the only one that I was waiting on. So I'm going to issue refunds on those, because I just don't have the time to actually sort through, put them on the scale to weigh them out. So I'm just going to issue refunds for that particular stone, because that's the only one I was waiting on. And yeah, it got here, and baby, it's a hot mess. Let's just say I think that maybe the DHL driver was mad at some point during his route, because honey, they look a hot mess. I'm going to check for comments in just a minute. So if you are coming in, welcome in. Thank you for being here, and thank you for hanging out. All right, so let's check this one. And yep, that's good. So we're just going to, like I said, we're just going to keep our pieces together. All right, so our next piece that we're going to cut out is, we're going to cut out two of these. These are going to be our top and bottom accent pieces, and they're made out of acrylic. So I love a pattern that, I love a pattern where you can get the acrylic pieces. However, I am going to say that if you have a laser, you can cut these pieces out yourself. Okay, you can actually take the pattern pieces and you can cut them out yourself. It's not a necessity, to actually purchase these, because you're going to get the pattern pieces anyway with the pattern. But if you have a laser and you're like me, baby, listen, okay? These pieces will become like a gold mine. Now, could I have put these on the laser? Yeah. Now, I gotta find a pencil sharpener for that part. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to switch. Let me see. I don't know if these scissors. Oh yeah, they cut. These scissors was in a pair of was in some kind of kit. I think that came from Miss Quilty, but they're not good enough to use for very much of anything else, but it'll cut this, so we'll use them. Okay, there we go. So now we have this piece. And all we're going to do is line it up. And like I said, the extra that I have on here, I'll go back and trim that up later. So I know everything where the blue is to cut it off. All right. So, the slip pocket liner. Okay. So the slip pocket liner, I know that I'm going to need a fairly big piece for. So I'm going to check. Nope, that's too small. I just basically really wanted to use, I was supposed to cut another piece of this one. So let's cut another piece of this one right here before we mess with that liner. And see, that again, that's the reason why you want to make sure, let's see if this one will work for me. That's another reason why you want to make sure that you you do prep work, so that way hopefully if you're missing any pieces you'll catch it. Oh snap, look at that. Did y'all see that? Ugh. And when you're cutting your pattern pieces, when you're sewing your pattern up, like, be sure to take your time, okay? Be sure to take your time. All right. I done got some kind of something on here. I'm gonna brush it off real good before I'm gonna lint roll it real good before I sew anyway. And again, if you're just joining, we don't need to use any interfacing based on the materials that I'm using, because I'm using vinyl and waterproof canvas. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the pattern. All right, so that's these two pieces. So basically on our pattern for your main body pieces, you're going to have the main body, the pin pocket, the left, the right, the top and bottom accents, your passport pocket, and your D-ring tab. All of that's going to be from your main fabric. Then your slip pocket liner, your card slots, your main body liner, the pin pocket liner, the card slot backing, the zipper pocket liner, and then your all of that's going to be your accent fabric based on what you're using. So my accent fabric is just going to be waterproof canvas. You can use, quill cotton with this if you want to, but in my case we're not using that. We're just going to use waterproof canvas. Okay, so now I have a roll here, and on this roll is where, now on my roll I'm gonna be very mindful because I only have these scraps and this left. Okay, so I'm gonna be real easy. I'm not gonna be in a rush to cut this out. I want to make sure I get my lines correct. Now, I will say, the pattern designer does state that it is very important to be accurate as possible with this pattern, okay? So if you do this pattern, if you purchase this pattern, be sure that when you're cutting your pieces, that you are being as accurate as possible, okay? And the other thing I love about these templates is it tells you how many pieces of what to cut. So this right here is also going to be my slip pocket liner, as well as my passport pocket. So now I'm going to just put this one up here because I should be done with that one. All right, so we're going to cut this one out, and one exterior main fabric. So this one I have to cut too. The stabilizer cut out. So it tells you on here, stabilizer cutout and placement guide, one piece of fusible fleece or Peltex. So in my case, I'm using Peltex. All right, y'all. And like I keep saying, this is not a tutorial or anything. If you want to see how this is going to be cut out, y'all, I'm gonna try these scissors. I'm gonna try these scissors. All right, but if you want to see how this is going to be sewn up, make sure you join me tomorrow. Oh, y'all, these scissors are on point. All you got to do is follow the line. Oh, wow. And if you follow the line, you should be okay. Cool. I love it. All right. So let's find where I need to cut, and let's just cut up. And then I'm going to go around this curve right here and follow that line. Okay. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. And then we can check it up against here. And like I do have some extra, and I'm okay with the extra. I just cut it. I just know everything with the blue I have to cut off. So, yep. So we'll go back around that later. All right. So this is our main body liner. So I'm just going to stick it up here because I have to use that template again. And then, y'all, I done got to where I don't like to throw, none of the scraps away. I know that sounds bad, but I'm serious. I've gotten to where I don't like to throw any of my scraps away because I've been finding that scrap projects. Now, I'm going to double this right here because this has to be cut on the fold, okay? So I'm just kind of... Now, the only thing I will say that I wish about these templates were that the templates, let's see where the fold is, right here. That the templates, I have to mark this, so let me don't fold it that way. That the template, that's what I think the purpose of a template is, not to have to cut anything on the fold. That's the purpose of a template. But, and especially with them being the acrylic, templates. Now there is a pattern designer. I will have to go back and find that channel. But baby, I appreciate the pattern designer that doesn't have you cutting on the fold. I 100% do. Okay. I absolutely despise cutting on the fold. I do. If y'all despise cutting fabric on the fold, let me know in the comments. All right. We're going to let this out just a little bit more. Okay. And I'm just taking my time going around. And I'm going around several times because I want to make sure that I'm able to follow the line when I go to cut it. Oops, my girl. All right, here we go. And by me cutting this on the fold, right, it should give me the whole pattern piece. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see this together. Now I'm not gonna use those laser scissors for this part because I want to make sure that I'm doing this correct, okay? This definitely says cut on the fold, but I feel like we're gonna see. I get nervous cutting on the fold. I really, really do. All right. And you know why? Because look at it. I shouldn't have cut that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Yikes. I think hold on, y'all. I think I messed it up. See, let me see. Yep, I think I shouldn't. I went too far up. I went too far up. Yikes. Yep. Because these pieces should come out 2 pieces together. I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting it because I can use it for something else. But, yikes. See? So you can take your time and you can still mess up just like that. Okay? Yep. Cause see, this is supposed to be together, but I cut it up too far. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna cut this across. And we're gonna cut this off. And baby, this is definitely not trash. Ugh, I hate I did that. As soon as I did it, I was like, uh-oh. Okay. Dang it. Alright, let's try this again. Good thing that's the only thing I have to cut out of this fabric, because honey, if I had anything else to cut, it wasn't gonna make it, okay? So, oh yeah, let's try this again. Let's try this again. And remember, when you're doing this, don't cut your don't go cutting your whole piece off, okay? Don't do that. All right, so let's do this again. And we're not going to, we're going to try not to make the same boo-boo. I don't know, y'all. If we have time, I may go and sew this up. Or at least start sewing it. Sheesh Louise. See what I mean, y'all? Do you see what I mean? I think our line is dark enough. Because this is like a navy blue. Y'all, I'm trying to not mark my table. And my table seems to be what I'm marking. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Now, let's try this again. And let's try not to jack up anything this time. Okay? I'm going to leave it just like that. And I'm going to cut around our piece. I'm going to cut around our piece. So essentially, we're not going to cut on that line over here on the side. Okay? That's where I jacked up at. Okay? Now, if you can sew really fast, which I don't sew really fast, but if you can sew really fast, this should take you about maybe 2 hours, hour and a half. Okay. Something like that. And I'm just going on around, y'all. Ooh. Now let me see here, because if I cut all the way across, oh, there we go. Okay. Woo. We did it. So this is what you should have. This is your whole full liner, except I got a little side track right here, so that's fine. I can go back and take that off. So that's your full crosshair. I gotta even it up, but that's how your full main body liner should look. So woohoo, yay, we did it that time. Now we're going to just kind of set that off to the side. I'm gonna pick up this that hit the floor, because we're through with this main body liner. Now all I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna wrap this up the best I can, like so. And then this, all of this going in a scrap bin. I don't even know why the bigger pieces I'm just gonna kind of put back around here some kind of way. I don't know. All right, so that's that part. So we're gonna move this out of our way, off to the side, and this is going to go in the scrap bin. And then we're gonna put this little piece right here, and I'm just gonna set that off just like so. All right, so there's that part. Now let's cut our waterproof canvas. Okay, let's move our pattern pieces, because yeah, there we go. Let's move these pattern pieces. So that part is already cut. See how fast that was? Hey, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's cut up our, oh, we didn't move this piece. That's the other thing. When you have a lot of pieces of a pattern, honey, you got to keep up with all them chains, okay? Now, this is so humongous, because this is like a couple of yards of fabric right here. So I'm going to do my best with the space that I'm working with. Oh, mercy. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna... Oh, wait. Y'all know what? Hold on. That last piece. We see. I keep remembering stuff. This last piece right here that we just cut, we gotta cut our piece of Peltex. And Peltex is just number 70 by Pellin. So we're just going to take our Peltex here, because this is the yikes. This is the only piece of stabilizer that you're going to use. And you're going to use this piece of stabilizer on the inside of your bag. And again, I think, yeah, we're gonna have to cut this on the fold. So just fold it. Come on. We're gonna fold it like so. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, this is an air erasing marker. It's not gonna matter anyway, because you're not gonna see this part. So I'm just going in here, and where you see these slits at, that is where we are going to cut for our piece of stabilizer. And this piece of stabilizer is going to be cut shorter or smaller than the main pattern piece, okay? So it's going to be cut just like this on the fold. All right. Let's see if we can manage to get this part right, cuz honey, let me tell you, this Peltex is not cheap. All right. And I'm going to use the thicker pair of shears for this. All right, let's see here. How we're going to do this. And we're just going to cut on that line, those dotted lines that we drew, okay? Now, I will say you'll want to wipe your scissors off once you're done cutting this, okay? Because this ink is wet and it is transferring to my scissors. So I will wipe these off with some alcohol because you don't want this on some fabric that, oh, this stuff is thick, y'all. Okay. I'm trying my best to cut straight here. Okay, boom. We did it. Barely, but we did it, okay? So that's that piece. And if I were to put it up against the main body piece, which I'll show you here in just a second, let's put our, y'all, I'm on a what you call it, a clean as you go, because I kind of discovered that I don't like having to, after I'm done, having to go back and clean up. I don't like that part. So I'm a clean as you go, sort of like you do the dishes. Cause baby, having to clean this mess up, you done been in here sewing or whatever, you tired. It ain't fun. All right, so I shifted our pieces around a little bit. That's okay. All right, so when you do this, when you look at it just like this, and this little piece right here, I'm gonna have to go around because baby, let's see. Oops. Okay, boom. So that's what we got with our piece of Peltex. And as you can see, if I hold this up, it's smaller than our main piece, and that's what we want. So far, we're on the right track. Now, let's cut out our lining piece here, or our lining pieces, okay? Oh, snap. Sorry, y'all. All right, here we go. Oh, I gotta go get some alcohol. Yep, some alcohol to wipe these scissors off. All right, so here we go. First piece we're going to do is, this is going to be our slip pocket liner as well. So we're just going to kind of, we're using this air erasable marker or pen, whatever you want to call it. I'm hoping I can see it on the back of here. I can't tell. Oh, I think I can see it a little bit. Okay. So with this air erasing marker, you only have a little bit of time before it starts to disappear. Or at least from what I hear. Oh, that's probably going to disappear fast because, girl. My Lord. I'm on a wing and a prayer, y'all, because I promise you. Let me see if I can cut the sewing machine light on. Maybe that'll help me out. Okay, there we go. That helps me a little bit. I don't know, y'all. That's trash. Look at me. Here I go. Trying something. Okay. I think the hardest part of this is such a big roll of, yardage of canvas. Okay. Let's see. Y'all, I don't know that I can really see this. Because I can't. Okay. No, we're not doing it. We got to find something else to mark that. And I'm just going to cut, like, I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to cut it in half. Or cut some of it out. So that it's not so big and bulky up here for me. Let me just, I'm going to just kind of go about right here. Jesus. Now y'all don't do your fabric like this. Y'all don't do y'all fabric like that, okay? Cut it the right way. Don't be like me. All right. So here we go. We're going to try this again. Because, baby, that was a little nerve-wracking. All right. So I have a piece. And I think I'm just going to use this vinyl liner pen now. Oh, my God. I'm making a whole hot mess over here. All right. Here you go. All right. That's so much better. And this one that I'm using, it's a vinyl. Oops. It's a vinyl pen. And you're not going to see this anyway, so it should be fine. All right. Slip pocket liner. Let's try this again. I don't know where I put the scissors at. Okay. So, yeah, y'all see that? Y'all should be able to see that real good. And I'm just going to cut around. Lord, I be forgetting my husband be selling cars. And I be like, who is all these voices that I hear in the house? Because, honey, I be ready to... to snap out, because who is you and why is you here? Okay, yes, y'all, that cut so much better than trying to do it the way I was doing it. Like, girl, what possessed you? Okay, so yay. So now we got that piece that is going to be our liner piece, and of course I didn't cut it all the way, got a little piece up there, but it matches up, so we're good. Yay! I love it. Okay, so we're gonna set that there. Now we're gonna flip this back over, okay, and we're gonna go to our next piece. Let's do this one right here, and this one is going to be our pin pocket. Ouch. And all we're going to do is, like I said, I'm just tracing the parts, y'all. Wait. Did I not cut a pin? I think this pin pocket piece right here. I think this was supposed to be from the main. Let me see something. Let me see something. Because I think I'm messing up over here. Uh-oh. Look at me. Now I have to go through all them pieces. Oh, no. Yup. Pin pocket was the main, but... Look at me. Okay. So, this piece, it goes with the main... It goes with this piece. And that's too big. I mean, not big enough. Alright. See? You always got to check yourself. And if you read your pattern... Look at me. If you read your pattern before doing it, you will know that you'll know when you've done something wrong. Okay? You'll know when you've done something wrong. Just like that. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's cut this out. And again, I'm not worried about the marking because it's on the back. That's the reason I'm marking on it, because it is the back. You're not going to be able to see this. And I'm okay with that. And again, I'm not cutting exactly perfection right now. I'm just cutting the pieces out. I'll go and put the pattern pieces up against it later. But tomorrow, when we actually sew this bad boy, I'll have, all of our prep work done. Now look at me. I might have to recut this. Let's see here. Just gotta even it up. Okay, so that's cool. We got that out the way. Girl, just throw that away. You trying to hold on to everything. I'm holding on to that piece. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. We're almost done, y'all. Hang in there with me. We're almost done. I need 2 pieces of this. So what I'm going to do, cut this off. Cut this off. Oops, look at me. And we're just going to put that right there. Now, I can use this piece of canvas because, honey, I ain't getting nothing but mark on the back. So all we're going to do is cut that excess salvage off. And we're going to drop that right there in our little pile. Alright, let's go. We need 2 pieces of this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to set that right there. And I'm going to fold. Okay, I'm going to fold. When you start sewing, listen. Listen. You will figure out ways to if this piece of thing, it's not gonna let me be great. I was trying to cut it where I only had to do it one time, but it's not letting me be nice over here with the amount of space that I got on this table. So I'm gonna just have to cut it out twice, and I apologize in advance. Okay. All right, let's go and cut it out. With the little pieces that I gotta cut, hopefully what I cut will be enough. And I'm kind of just cutting outside of the silver line because the silver line essentially is what you should be cutting. But again, I'm cutting everything big for the moment, and then I will go back with my pattern pieces off camera and cut them even, because what I'm gonna do is I'll go around, lay the pattern piece down, and I'll go around it with the rotary blade, and that will ensure that it's cut properly. Because, well, I don't know with me, it still might not ensure. It still might not ensure with me, but y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, so there's that one piece. We're gonna cut another one. Let me see, where did my little pen go? Okay, we'll cut another one because you need two. Okay, you need two. And whether you have the acrylic templates or the SVG templates or the cut files, they all tell you how many pieces and of what fabric you need. Okay, so it's not like you'll be lost. Okay. And these little pieces that I'm actually cutting off that's at the bottom, they may end up being pieces that I'm able to use for the card slots. But the card slot pieces, you need 10 of those. So, but if I'm able to use those for my card slots, I will. I just don't have the space to cut it, the width of the fabric by the height that she gives you, okay? In the pattern, I just don't have that type of space unless I go to the cutting table, and I don't feel like doing all that. All right, so those are our pieces for that. And again, I will line those up off camera. All right, next, let's see, we need one of these pen liner pieces. Okay. And this is designed to be like a travel wallet, but if you ask me, you could easily change this pattern, not put the passport holder in it, the passport pocket. You can not put that in, and just like maybe make a slip pocket, or you could do another zipper pocket on it. Whatever floats your boat, you could do. But of course, I would say get permission from the pattern designer. Okay. To alter the pattern. But one thing about sewing, it's not like doing regular crafting where you don't want your pattern altered. In sewing, it's more about customizing it or tailoring it to your needs. So on this side, it's a little more a little more leniency with that. All right, so as you can see, that's bigger, and that's okay, because we're going to, now these pin pockets, those whatchamacallits, I will probably, let's see, you need one of these. Let me see. I'll probably cut one of those with y'all because you need 10 of those. This right here, you only need one. Believe it or not, we only got this piece, another piece. We got 3 pieces left total. But one of those pieces you need 10 of. So I'll just cut one one with you all. Y'all, that is crazy. I literally almost got the exact amount of fabric that we needed. Wow. When I cut this canvas off. Whoa. Look at me. Okay. So now, and again, I'm just going outside of that silver line that I cut. Again, if you're just coming in, welcome in. I can't see the comments, but welcome in. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please hit that like button, leave me a comment, and smash that subscribe button if you are not already connected to me. All right. And I will go back and find the link for this pattern. It will either be linked in today's video or either tomorrow, but either way, it'll be linked. All right, let's see it, because I think this was the one. Yep, and all I gotta do is what? Straighten it up. Girl, we are doing good. Okay, so this one we need 2 of. So it's small enough now that I think I can double this. Let me see if I can double it where I've already cut. Let's see if I can double it where I've already cut. No, that don't really help us out much. All right. So let's just do it like this. Sorry, y'all. I know it's all in the camera. I know. I apologize. Okay. So we're just going to use this little part up here. Find a little silver marker. And literally all I'm going to do is draw this line once. Draw it once. And it's double folded. So, yep. Okay. Let's see if we can make this happen. Now what I'm going to do is, yep, I'm turning it again. I know. But I'm holding it. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Now what I am going to do, I think, nope, it ain't going to happen because I got to dig them out. All right, so I'm just going to cut on this line. And then the rest of it, I'll just kind of cut on the outside of the line. Pardon me, I know I'm out of frame. Sorry. All right. Okay. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight down that silver line. And all of this excess that I got right here will come off. So we got our 2 pieces. This is how the front of the waterproof canvas looks. This is how the back looks. And then if I put our pieces up there, they are a little bigger. And that's okay. I think I might have one. Let's see. Oops. Nope. This one's too short. I got to redo that one. Okay. Yikes. This one's too short. So we'll put it down there. I thought I was doing something, y'all. It wasn't doing nothing. Okay? It wasn't doing nothing. Alright. Let's see something. Where is... We're going to try something, okay, y'all? Let's see. Okay. Now, ultimately, this is just a old sewing table. Not even a sewing table. It's just a table. Okay. Ideally, you want to cut on a cutting mat when you're cutting on your table. Okay. Don't be like me. Be better than me. All right. All right. There we go. So as you can see, if you have a space and you use a rotary blade, it's a whole lot easier, and you'll generally have the accuracy. Okay. And I got a cut somewhere up here, I think. Nope, I've already cut it. All right. So when we put this down, yep, we're pretty much on it. I just got to take off a little. No. Yep. Got a little bit short right there, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I think. Yep. Just even those up. All right. So there we go. Now let me show y'all how to cut this card slot right quick. And all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna line this up to the best of my ability, and we're gonna cut. Now, why would you do such a thing? This excess salvage off. Boom. All right. So what we have here. Well, we'll just cut straight up like that. Okay, so this is our card slot piece. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to try my best to use the rotary blade, okay? Now notice I said try my best. Okay. And trying my best. Might have got me a okay cut. And all I'm doing is just trying to find right where the cut is already made. Just like so. Alright. So that's what your credit card slots look like. Oh baby, maybe I should have used the from the start, okay? That's dead on. We have 10 of these to make, but I'm only going to make this one on camera with y'all. And I'm going to make the rest of them off camera. And I'm going to come to the camera. Let me see. All right, y'all. Let me see if I missed it. Hey, Missy. Hey, Up Designs. So, hey, Tionda. All right. Let me go in. Let me go in. I spoke to Miss Karen. Hey, Tionda. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin C2. Thank you. So the fabric that I have, the first fabric that we cut with the snake skin, that was an Amazon fabric. I can drop the link in for you. And I'm gonna make a pattern by Linds Handmade called a Julie Jet Setter, which is a wallet. And cousin C, yep, I find it on Amazon. Now this canvas came from Walmart, and Hobby Lobby. Yep. Girl, listen, y'all. I know we ain't on here about hell, but look here. Listen? Do y'all see these inches, y'all? Look, these inches that hair grew out. You hear me? I've been in the truck, ain't had time to do nothing to it, but it got done yesterday, and baby, look at that. Do y'all see them inches? Do y'all see the inches? Okay. But anyway, and I did upload a video over there on the Lock channel today. But if y'all want to see me sew this up, I'm gonna sew this up tomorrow. I plan on trying to go live around 12 noon ish to sew this up, because it's gonna take about an hour or two. Okay. But that's all I got for y'all. So until next time, peace, be blessed, stay crafty. I'm your girl T, and I'm out. One God, one love, y'all. Peace.